Here are the top 3 moments from Rory McIlroy's press conference in India. Rory McIlroy opened his first ever press conference in India with genuine excitement and gratitude. He talked about how special it feels to be playing in a country he's wanted to visit for years, praising the people and the culture for their warmth and hospitality. Even after 18 years as a pro, he says it's refreshing to still experience firsts in his career.
You've been here for a couple of days now, on your first trip to India. I wonder if you can just tell us your first impressions so far.
It's great to be here first and foremost. India is a country that I've wanted to travel to for a long time, and it's a very vibrant place. I haven't had a chance to see a lot of the country or a lot of the city, but the welcome has been incredible, and everyone that I've met has been wonderful and welcoming. So I really appreciate that. And I'm excited to play a golf tournament in a place that I've never played before. 18 odd years into a professional career, and to still be able to do things for the first time is something that excites me. I've watched this, not this tournament, obviously it's a new tournament, but I've watched tournaments on this golf course over the years on TV, and the course certainly lives up to its reputation. So excited to get out there and take it on this week, and excited to get going, and can't wait to play in front of a lot of Indian fans that'll hopefully be out there over the next few days.
When asked about his strategy for Delhi Golf Club, Rory gave an answer that caught everyone off guard. He doesn't plan on hitting any drivers this week. He explained that his accuracy will be key, calling the course tight and punishing for anyone missing the fairways. Instead, he'll rely on his irons and smart positioning, a rare sight for one of golf's best drivers.
Rory, 2 questions from me. The first one is very easy. This golf course, what did you think of it? And we all know how you drive the ball. How much of an advantage? Where are you going to hit the driver? And is that the smartest play on this golf course?
I'd say that the next time I'll hit my driver will be in Abu Dhabi. I don't think I'll hit a driver this week. It just doesn't, I just don't feel like the risk is worth the reward. I'd rather leave myself 2 or 3 clubs back and, hit a 7-iron into a par 4 instead of hitting a wedge where you bring... you just get it offline here and the ball's gone. You're hitting it into jungle, and you're not going to be able to get it out, and it just you can rack up a very big number very quickly. So being strategic and being smart with your with your play off the tee especially is very important. Like, I see why SSP's done so well around here. Whenever you just keep hitting it down the middle, hit it 260, 250, 260 every single time. And if you do that, then you can do very well around this golf course.
In one of the most thoughtful moments of the interview, Rory reflected on golf's evolution, especially growing markets like India. He said the sport should welcome in new fans while still protecting its traditions and values. His point was clear: golf doesn't need to copy louder, flashier sports to grow. It should embrace what makes it unique.
Of different places.
I think it can. I think it can definitely grow. But you also want to keep the traditions and the values that make golf. And I think it's you don't want your sport to be unwelcoming to newcomers. I absolutely get that. But you also don't want newcomers coming into the game and ruining centuries of traditions and values, or what this game represents or what it upholds as well. So I think there has to be a balance, but I certainly think that golf can grow, but it can grow in a way where the people that are coming into the game still respect and acknowledge that this is a little bit different than maybe other sports, and I think that's okay. I don't. I say it in America all the time. Golf doesn't need to be the NFL. It doesn't need to be these other sports. Golf is golf, and that's fine. and I think you can see, like, I think the one great thing about golf as well is it's more of a participation sport than other games or sports that are predominantly like say American football or basketball, or those are games, or those are sports that are mostly watched by people, where golf and in some ways cricket in this country, they're games that are played. So look, I would love more people to watch golf. That would be amazing, but I would be more interested in getting more people to play the game. And I think when people play the game, then they learn and they can acknowledge what golf is, what it represents, and the sort of etiquette and the values that you need to adhere to when you play the game.
Rory confirmed he'd love to be the future Ryder Cup captain, but not before the mid-2030s, saying he still plans to be a player well into the next decade.
Sometime, yes. Certainly not 2027. I hope I'm still playing at that point. But yeah, like I would love to be the European team captain at some point, but that will be beyond my playing days, or at least when my playing days are coming to an end, that I'm not good enough to make the team, or I make way for the new generations to come along. So hopefully that's not in 2027. Hopefully I'm still good enough to play and put points on the board for Europe. But yeah, absolutely, I would love to be a captain one day, and I feel very fortunate that I've had a front row seat at playing under some of the best captains in history in the Ryder Cup. Luke Donald. I think what Luke Donald has done the last two Ryder Cups is revolutionized the captaincy role, especially within Europe. And then I feel like Paul McGinley and Glenn Eagles in 2014, he was a wonderful captain, and I learned a lot from him. And there's been wonderful captains between that as well. All of them have been wonderful, but I think the time and the effort and the dedication that Luke Donald has put into the last 4 years, it's been absolutely amazing. He has 100% respect of the entire team and everyone that's worked for him and all been behind him. And if I can be nearly as good as a captain as Luke Donald, I'll have done a good job. So hopefully one day in the future, but I'd say not until the mid-2030s, hopefully, if I can keep playing well.
Tommy Fleetwood's win in India was more than just another trophy. It was for his son Frankie. After Frankie told him he would never win another tournament where he could run onto the green, Fleetwood made it happen. Fleetwood shot a final round of 65 to win the DP World India Championship at 22 under. His precise iron play and clutch putting on the tight Dolly golf course sealed his 8th DP World title, and a special moment for his son. It's a win that means more than rankings. It's a memory Fleetwood and Frankie will never forget. That wraps up the golf news, and thank you for watching. For your daily dose of golf news, subscribe to Daily Divot Golf and click the bell icon to stay notified about our latest videos. Drop your thoughts and reactions about the top stories in the comments below, and I'll pin the best takes. Click the video on screen to get caught up on yesterday's news.